boys and girls. Today for reading, we're going to look at the same standard that I introduced to you yesterday. And we're going to work on recounting stories, including fables, and folk tales from different cultures, and trying to determine their central message, lesson, or moral. And there's lots of different ways that we're going to be working on to be able to get to where we can do these things in fables, folk tales, and in fairy tales as well. So yesterday, or actually it was a couple days ago, we talked about fairy tales and folk tales and how we can put ourselves in the character's shoes to help us better understand the story. So we're not really wearing shoes, the character's shoes, but we're thinking about how the character acts, what they say, what they do, and this helps us better understand how they're feeling in the stories. And understanding this is eventually going to help us really understand the message or the lesson learned in the story. So today I want to teach you that when you read, you can always be aware of the places in the story where the character has strong feelings. You can use clues from what is happening in the story to figure out just how the character feels. So we always want to make sure that we're paying attention to how the characters act, the things that they do, the way that they move their body, the way their face looks, and the things they say. Some strong character feelings, they can be happy, great, thrilled, excited, joy, and then we can also have bad feelings, terrible, rage, disgusted, angry, unhappy, disappointed, humiliated, embarrassed, sad, lonely, sorry, worried, or nervous. So there's a lot of different feelings that characters can experience throughout the stories. All right, in the fairy tale Cinderella, we can use the pictures to help us describe how Cinderella feels about what is really happening. So Miss Cavallo read this story to you. This is the Cinderella story told by James Marshall. And in this story, it has a lot of really good pictures and words to kind of help us understand how Cinderella's feeling. Well, in this picture right here, Cinderella has a frown on her face, and she is watching her stepsisters leave. So I was thinking that she is sad and that because she doesn't get to go. So if you look up right here, see the expression on her face? It's just kind of a flat expression, and I'm also noticing that the stepsisters are leaving. So I use that picture to help me think about and predict how is Cinderella feeling. We can also use the details in the story to help us describe how Cinderella is feeling about what is happening. So here's a page out of the same Cinderella book, and I went through and I underlined some words that really describe what is happening in the story and what the characters are doing in the story. So I kind of wrote this out for you. The words are telling that Cinderella is exhausted. The words also say Cinderella's stepsisters were teasing her, and they called her a wretched mouse. And it also says that they shrieked with laughter. Wow. So those are not really nice words. And by using the details in the story, I'm thinking that this is the part of the story Cinderella is feeling tired and embarrassed. So since it says she's exhausted, that really helps me understand, well, Cinderella is feeling very tired. And by all these mean things that are being said to her, she doesn't get to go, they're kind of teasing, making fun, I'm thinking that she's feeling embarrassed. So you can use a picture and the words in the story to help you understand how the characters are feeling. All right, now I kind of want you to try with me. So notice on this page right here, this is a page out of the same Cinderella book. This is in the beginning of the story. And I want us to notice first the look on Cinderella's face and how these other characters look as they're coming in the door. So just take a couple minutes and just think. How do you think Cinderella feels just by looking at what's happening in the picture? Okay, I was thinking, and I don't know if you thought the same thing, but Cinderella kind of has like a shocked look on her face. and they're kind of coming in like, okay, here we are. Take care of us. And so to me, she kind of looked like shocked or, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? Now let's read some of the words again from the page. And I put this as a really important word because it says, what a stupid little house, they said. Wow. So they're coming into the house and they're looking at her and they're just saying, what a stupid little house. So think about, how do you think Cinderella feels? Put yourself in her shoes. How does she feel when they walk in the house and they say, what a stupid little house? So just take a couple minutes to think about that. Okay, you might have said she was sad, she was hurt, maybe she was angry that they were calling her house stupid. Maybe she was upset. Maybe she was embarrassed again. So there's a lot of different feelings that we can think about Cinderella might have by what the characters are saying in the story. So we can use the pictures and the words to help us describe and understand what the character is feeling, the strong emotion that they're having. So I want you to remember today and every day when you read, you can always be aware of the places in the story where the character has strong feelings. You can use clues from what is happening in the story to figure out just how the character feels. So today when you read independently, either through epic or Raz, or maybe you have your own fairy tale or folk tale or fable that you're going to read, I want you to pay close attention and think about if your book has pictures, the facial expressions that the characters are giving, how that might help you understand how they're feeling, and also pay attention to the details in the story, and that might help you better explain too how the character's feeling. And I want you to try to complete the activity where you're going to see if you can come up with some different feelings that you think that your character might be having if you were to put yourself in that character's shoes. All right, boys and girls, have a great day.